Welcome back, everybody, to Forgotten Fates, a Dungeons & Dragons campaign, 3.5 edition. We're currently in our third season, 6th week, and we're going into our last hour. Where are we going?
Well, last we heard, y'all decided to head towards the dragons. That's what I heard.
The family of blue dragons.
There's trolls and swamps that way. There's wraiths this way. Then there's dwarves that way. So we're taking the dragons. That does seem like the lesser of the evils, if you think about it.
I guess.
Dwarves are pretty surly.
So.
What's wrong with dwarves, though?
Trouble.
They're amiable.
There's nothing wrong with the dwarves. It was the fact that we have to head south towards the black dragons, trolls, medusas, in order to get back on track.
Oh. Yeah, that'd be a problem.
You're gonna have a bad time.
Through the infamous Evermore Forest.
Well, so y'all had decided on your path and loaded back into the wagons and head south along the road, right?
Yeah. Sure.
It's a pretty day. Not much going on yet. As you're heading down the road, you come across a chicken on the right side of the road, staring across it.
I look around. What else is there?
That's it.
I grab the chicken.
I say, I'm having
You
chicken.
jump off the. You jump off.
Jump off the cart and land. And grab the chicken.
I wait and watch because I want to find out the old adage as to why.
All right. You remember that? Where's that picture you have of the scorpion? Ardo, you jump off the cart and you just plant with a one. Bam!
Really?
The chicken is startled and flaps up.
Yeah,
Yes, you.
That's retarded.
So, the chicken run across the road?
Yep, get back up.
To dodge
and
the
run across
halfling.
Grab the chicken.
Chicken cross the road to avoid the being squashed by the halfling.
So,
With that riddle solved, we can
the
continue.
moment that Ardo
I'm gonna get a reroll on all reflex saves.
like jumping down and grabbing the chicken.
So Ardo planted himself in the dirt. He helps
I
himself
think
up
I
and he
get a
starts chasing the
reroll on
chicken.
any reflex saves, David, don't I?
For what? For
Uncanny.
being cool? No. That was not a reflex save. That was you tried to jump out of there. I rolled you a DC 5. You rolled a 1. And bad things happen sometimes.
So, like I said, I'm jumping off and grabbing the chicken.
Oh, the chicken's running.
Okay, well,
What are you
Fire?
doing? Why are we chasing a chicken?
Coat the
Food?
landscape in fire.
Yummy.
no. Yeah, it's a freaking forest around. I ain't gonna light the damn forest on fire.
But you hop off your horse too. Okay. You hop down. You can run after the chicken.
How fast is the chicken moving?
It's trying to fly away now because Ardo startled it when he jumped out. Bam.
Is it running down the middle of the road?
What the fuck are you guys doing?
Oh,
Chicken.
wait.
Chickens
I
lays
want a
eggs.
chicken. Screw
Food
that.
source.
Chicken. Frick the eggs.
We
I
could
want
have
the
eggs.
Everlasting ration, food source.
Y'all say that pointing at this as you see Ardo stumbling over himself with the dragon man right behind him and the chicken flapping.
I want meat.
The next time it goes back, Ardo's riding on top of the dragon man who's flapping along and the chicken's chasing them. So, you know, eventually y'all manage to catch the chicken. You got him cornered. What do you do?
After you, Ardo, you jump for him, I'll grab him.
Okay. Jump for him.
You jump for the... Dude, this is my new metal die, okay? The new one. You see that? That's a 1. Okay. So you jump for him, plant underneath him, he jumps up, Vox, you grab the chicken.
Sweet, I'm having meat tonight. We'll walk happily back to the cart. You can just see the saliva running down the side of my.
Oh, nasty.
Ah.
You're not gonna eat the eggs, which are ever supplying.
I just pulled up my filling, not
Everlasting
running out.
ration.
Yeah, but that crap doesn't taste good.
That's what it's called.
They're
I
rations.
opened my ration pack. Yup. I
The
want.
chicken's flapping, batting against you. What do you do?
What do you do?
I take pity on it and I go over and give it to freaking Ardo.
Oh. You give you the chicken. Ardo, you got a chicken.
I hand the chicken to Eve.
She
He
snaps
bites
its
head
neck
off.
and drinks its blood.
You hand the chicken to Eve.
Eggs.
You hand the chicken to Eve.
Yes, I hand the chicken to Eve.
You hand the chicken to Eve. She grabs the chicken.
Stop.
Really?
Yeah, and starts defeathering it.
I just kind of look at Eve. I'll do that for you.
You see as she's pulling the feathers out off near the top, a hairpin falls. The chicken was wearing a jeweled hairpin. Interesting.
Oh, hell no.
Yep.
That
just happened.
Glad I wasn't involved in that situation.
I wasn't the one that killed it, at least. Poor druid.
There's an
Anything?
thunder that goes off in the back.
Whatever that means.
Oh, yeah. Oh, chicken had a hairpin. What does it mean? Nothing. Fashionable chicken.
I pick up the hairpin.
Fashionable chicken?
This has got some value to it.
Oh, can sell this thing at the next spot. Chicken's yours. I gotta make my money. Throw it in the chest.
How do you throw it in the chest if she has it?
No, he
It's
means
all
his
on the
chest.
ground.
He's got his own chest.
The hairpin, not the chicken.
The hairpin. I don't care about the. Oh my god.
That's why I said enjoy the chicken. The hairpin.
Greg
is-
said the hairpin fell off.
Yeah.
You grabbed
I
the
picked
chicken.
it.
He grabbed the hairpin.
I thought she broke its neck and the hairpin was.
She broke its neck, and while she's defeathering it, the hairpin fell off the chicken and landed
Oh.
down on the ground.
Okay, whatever.
Okay. So, moving on. I suppose.
That quest chain just ended like that.
No, I don't have a problem with it. I like it. It's a good idea.
Not really. You think it ended.
The next thing, the flock of chickens come out.
No.
No.
All right. So, continuing on along down the road, it's a pretty uneventful day for y'all. You get a lot of ground covered, really. It's almost as if something terrible should have happened.
All chicken killing aside.
Yeah, all chicken killing aside. Yep. That was pretty interesting. Are you? She's got the chicken completely ready for you. Are you gonna cook it for dinner tonight, or?
Definitely roast tonight. Having me some druid tonight.
What?
I'll ask Eve if I can roast the chicken real quick.
Are you not responding to her at all, Ardo?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah!
I can't hear you.
You're the only one named Ardo!
Oh, okay. You're not saying my name loud enough, I guess. I don't.
After
Say
she
my
finished-
name!
Are you going to talk to her? That's all I'm hearing. I didn't hear you.
After she finished getting the feathers off the chicken, it's ready to have something done with it. She tries
Hey.
to hand it to you.
Yeah, we'll cook it later.
And then, okay.
Yes.
I
The
guess.
meat, it's gonna go
I
bad.
guess. Meat is
You say, I
murder.
guess. He just kind of throws it in the back of the wagon.
said, I guess, the kid.
No,
Mhm.
no.
I heard two different things there.
The kid never said anything, right?
No, never said anything.
Okay.
All right, yeah, uneventful traveling this day. You did pass by. That was pretty much the strangest thing you saw.
Today.
Some of the trees in the area, yeah, some trees in the area have been kind of knocked over a little bit. Looked like something big passed through. I'm pretty sure y'all didn't stop to investigate that, though, did you? Or did you?
No. Yeah.
The only thing I have to ask is, it looked like it had talons that had
No.
pushed over the trees.
No.
Ask the pilots.
Andara, would you have stopped seeing that kind of trees pushed over sideways or something barreled through the tree line? Because that would have happened probably around 4 o'clock. You were wandering onto that.
It probably would have been worth at least a stop and looking at it.
PM-ish? Okay, how big are these trees that have been knocked over?
Oh, pretty big around. So whatever it was just barreling right through here.
Does it give a clear path?
So
Does it go
some of
from
them are
one side
broken
to
off.
the other, or?
From your perspective, you can't really tell which way it was going. But it came from one way and went down the other.
If we look
Well,
down the
if-
way, you don't see anything.
Dermot gets involved with it. He can tell you it came from down the mountain and headed off across towards Mithril Hall.
What was it again? Sorry.
Some type of large barreling creature came from down the mountain to the west of y'all, or to the east of y'all, and barreled straight for Mithril Hall, it looks like.
Like creature, like on all fours,
Like some kind of giant.
so a bipedal.
Humanoid fit, yes. Something big.
Came running down the mountain towards Mithril Hall.
Yep.
Just one.
Just one that you can tell, yeah.
Do I see any other movement in the trees where he came from? It
Mm-mm.
came from?
And it looks like it's been gone for a little while now.
Oh, so sorry. I thought this was like an actual, like, we just saw this happen. This is something that happened in the past.
Yeah, something happened in the past. You've come across the trail.
Gotcha. Sorry. Okay. I wouldn't
That's
say
it?
anything.
Okay.
You've given me nothing to pique my interest.
Fair enough.
All right.
Okay.
I just look both ways and sort of continue on, I guess.
Safety first. Look both ways.
Yep.
You continue on then, making good time now. The road's a lot better than they used to be, you know. There wasn't a road here the first time anyone came through, so.
Okay.
You're making very...
Your
Laggy
internet
time.
cutting out.
Try again, Sragg.
So you're making pretty good time. I think you could possibly within range of Quavar within 2 days.
Okay.
It's not like you're trekking through the middle of the forest anymore. Well, excuse me, y'all never did that.
Okay.
Start looking for a campsite, and you find one easily. This one's looks like it's been used by multiple people in the past. There's even a stack of firewood still there.
Ooh, used campsite.
I say, well, this seems like a nice spot to set up.
Conveniently.
Why is all that? Does the firewood look like it's been gone through, or it just hasn't been touched?
This would be a. It looks like it's been restacked since the last person. Basically, left as a courtesy for the next caravan coming through.
You would assume.
Yeah, you would assume.
Well, I'll take first watch.
In Vox and Dermot, this is not a uncommon custom, you know. As
It doesn't seem like something out of the ordinary, is what you're trying to
right,
say.
yeah, not something like this. Looks like a repeatedly used campsite. They
It's a
left some
trap.
or firewood stacked up for you, ready to go.
Totally trap.
You know,
I say, out of all the times I turn around and go on the road, do I see this often or no?
yeah, often enough. This is like, oh, that's one of the commonly used stops. That's all right.
It's a trap.
Only about 5% of those turn out to be traps.
5%.
Those are good odds.
So 1 in 20.
Yeah, 1 in 20 is a trap.
It's a trap.
That's good odds.
That's it. Please go now to YouTube and vote. Was it a trap?
Tune in next week.
For their funerals.
Yeah.
Well, if we want to stop here, I guess I'm fine with it. I'll take first watch.
Yeah, I'm fine with this. That seems like a nice place.
Take second watch.
Okay. So that's good. We'll go ahead and speed through the basics of camping unless you'll have anything particular for it. Where you set up. Again, this one is not going to be so hard. So it's basically just an hour setup time. You don't have any clearing to do. You gather some more firewood, of course, but the basics are pretty simple.
I go and fish out the chicken.
Ah, there we go.
I want some.
I feel like chicken tonight.
That's it.
Fish
So
out the
how's
chicken.
everyone- So how does everyone want their chicken?
I'm good, thanks.
Anyone else?
Eve claps a little.
Oh, little Eve wants some. How do you want it? Do you want it well done?
She just nods her head back and down.
Do you want it raw?
And
So
wriggling.
this is the third night.
Yeah, this will be the third night.
Well, I gotta get it at least a little bit cooked so that it's not gonna kind of hurt you, okay?
She shrugs.
Tomorrow night's the new moon.
So you start cooking the chicken.
Oh,
Who's around the campfire again. And the sun does start to set. Any conversation?
Why does she... Wait,
What?
why does she eat raw chicken?
She seems to prefer everything raw as far as you've seen so far.
That's odd, right?
Yes, it is.
It's
very
kind of
odd.
weird, yeah.
I just want to make sure that there's not... Well, it's hard to say because there's wizards and magic, so...
Yeah, this is kind of odd.
I need to make sure that this is supposed to be something that's odd.
It's odd. Oh, roasted chicken.
All right. Chicken
Um,
roasting with the fire breath. Was it the line or the cone of pain and death?
It doesn't matter. I'm standing right over it, going.
Do we need to get out the diagram again?
Is this a cooking skill check?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really?
So
I will
you
check.
stand over the top of this thing with a line effect and blast it into the ground. Just roast. Okay. After a quick blast, you pull back at the slightly charred chicken.
Not bad.
Cajun style.
Definitely blackened chicken.
Blackened chicken.
Yep.
The whole way through.
No.
No, it's a
Yeah, it's just the skin's blackened.
Oh yeah.
It's a thing.
Oh,
Yep.
there we go. And I will pick off a couple good pieces there for Eve, and I'll hand them back to her.
You hand them to her, and she looks at you horrified, and then goes ahead, tries to eat some of it. Nasty hobbits ruins it.
Oh God. You mean halfling?
Oh,
Hobbits are property of Tolkien and cannot be used in.
All right, so any other conversation around the fire?
Anyone else want any?
I'm good, thanks.
No
Oh, there you
thanks.
go. Take how much you want. Come on, Ardo. Come
No,
get
I'm not
yourself.
hungry.
How about you there, Master Dwarf?
Yeah. Wait. You said you found a hairpin in it? On it?
Well, it wasn't on it per se. It fell out.
So, does anybody care?
Wait, you found a hairpin on the chicken and you're eating? Oh my goodness. What if it was someone who was enchanted into a chicken?
That poor soul.
That's an odd dilemma. Do druids still taste the same if they shapeshift into... Is that cannibalism at that point?
Normally, if it's a druid shapeshifted, at the moment of death, it would have turned back.
Right.
Unless it was something that was,
Enchanted,
you know, yeah.
like you
Magically
said.
enchanted.
Basal polymorph. Out of character.
Yeah, something like
Do you
that.
have the hairpin? Does it have any engraving on it or
I
anything?
have
Or
no idea. I just threw it in the chest. I'll go and retrieve it.
Okay.
Go.
Potentially be someone's prized chicken.
You get the hairpin out?
Yes, it was their prize chicken. Now it's dinner.
All right. Who do you show that to?
I'll show it to whoever wants to see it.
I'll have a look at it.
Here you
It's
go.
definitely expensive, and there is a symbol on it.
Oh, what's that?
It's like a house crest.
Do I recognize the house?
You think you might have seen it in Silvery Moon.
I'll give it to Kel. Kel, do you recognize this?
The last time you saw this particular piece, it was in the hair of a councilman's daughter.
Of course it was.
That was quite a night.
This is to Kel, I guess.
Yes.
Of course it was. On someone's important daughter.
I look at the hairpin with shock. And just kind of like, my mouth drops open. And just kind of horrified look at the chicken.
I was about to eat a piece and I put it back.
And then I feel sick to my stomach.
What? I say what?
She was a bit of a musician herself.
Kel, what is the deal with the hairpin? Please don't tell me it was somebody.
Very...
The councilman's daughter of Silvery Moon?
What is with that town?
Silvery Moon?
That's not one thing, it's another thing.
That's a different town.
All these towns. Moondell, Silvery Moon.
The more and more I stay in these towns, the more I'm glad I don't live in one.
There's terrible people in the world.
Yeah, and they all seem to congregate in these damn cities.
Just think what we haven't seen. I know some terrible, scary tales.
Precisely. Y'all lot should be more careful.
Yeah, we should just go back to our houses, pretend we never met each other, and nothing happened.
Who said that?
End of campaign. And they live happily ever after in
The
paranoia.
adventurers realized, this is ridiculous, not for me.
No,
See
really,
ya.
who just said that?
It was me. He comes out closer to the fire. You lot really should be more careful. There's a vampire's taken up residence in Quavar.
Is this actually happening?
Yes.
Need to ask who said that.
Who said what? Wait, what's going on? I'm
I'm
good.
sorry.
There's a man. He's got a.
Paying
Who
attention.
are you?
That's not important. Just say I'm a hunter.
Of what?
Vampire.
Well, thanks for your warning,
Jade.
sir.
If it's not dragons, it's vampires.
Well, we already planned on avoiding the vampire area.
You're well
Good job.
within his hunting grounds.
I'm sorry?
You're well within his hunting grounds.
Oh.
Really?
Well, that's great.
I'll stay nearby through the night, but do try to hurry by day.
What kind of odor does this person give off?
Dead.
He does give off death.
He's...
If you could smell
Death
it.
and blood.
Yeah.
Vampires are undead, right?
Yes.
And well within my wheelhouse of knowledge.
Yeah.
What's an easy? What is that sound? First of all,
Hang on. Apparently, it's loud enough to come through here, so I have to close them.
I'm while this conversation is going on, I'm gonna cast an invocation on myself for magic insight.
You're
that
now
do?
inside it.
What does that do?
Pay no attention to the banshee.
yeah.
But yeah.
What's my list of like really quickly or like ways to know somebody's a vampire?
You have a mirror.
Is it like what are the rules? Like I'm trying like I know the traditional rules, but what are the D&D rules of vampires?
Avoid sunlight.
Silver, I think.
Yeah, allergy to silver.
What's that?
It's pretty hard to tell. Especially from someone that's staying cowled and back away from the fire a bit.
Thanks for the warning, sir. Alright, you said you're staying with us tonight?
I'll stay nearby. Just you lot take care.
Is this so you can feed on us easier?
What?
You see, it just kind of shifts back.
You reek
Now,
of the
why would I-
undead.
Well, I do hunt them.
Did you bathe in them?
It goes with the territory.
Shrag,
Show us your face.
I'd rather not. Good evening to you.
Shrag, before we go any further,
Yes?
do I detect any magic off of him with my invocation that I just casted?
So you got to roll to cast it. Hang on. It's an invocation.
Yeah, it's
You cast it. So you start casting a spell.
it's instantaneous because it's an invocation, and it acts like detect.
But you just have a chance to not succeed, right? So yeah.
Yeah.
You cast that. Yeah, you detect magic off of him. He's carrying a lot of magic stuff.
Eek.
You start getting different. He starts writing off.
Well, before you go, sir, did I see his hands at all?
Mm-mm.
What?
No gloves. He's pretty much covered up.
Like before he turns around, like can I grab a log from the fire and like run up closer to get a glimpse of his face?
You can try to, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you grab the log and kind of run up. When you do get close enough to get part of it, because he's got a scarf and a cowl,
Yeah.
but you get pure white skin, and the eyes, they look glazed over.
Necrotic.
Yeah, necrotic. He just kind of shields himself and
Who, by chance, Sragg, who is
drives the horse.
me and this individual?
Right now, just Dermot.
Is he within reaching range?
Yes.
Okay.
could- Go ahead.
Use your words.
Yeah, I gotta think of this real quick.
He's taking off. He's not waiting on you.
Sorry. As this is all going within like one fluid kind of motion, I want to cast Endure Elements.
Do you have to touch Dermot to do that?
Yes, I have. Excuse me, it's Endure Exposure, and yes, I have to do a touch on him
Uh-huh.
when it's going.
But
so,
he's running up to him, so how are you gonna do that?
so he's out of range now.
He ran up quickly with the log to try
then
to see.
I'm gonna actually start getting up, and I'm gonna be like moving behind Dermot as this whole thing is going. I want to go ahead and cast, like I said, Endure Exposure on Dermot, and then I'm gonna actually plan on doing a breath overhead. So it'll be a line effect of lightning overhead, and one that's going. I'm going to use Frightful Presence. With that.
Okay.
So.
You know what? I'll allow it. Go for it.
Okay. I'll roll them. What do I need to roll?
Alright, so you run over and you lay a hand on Dermot.
I punch him.
Really?
You get punched. You weren't expecting that. And you took a full 10 non-lethal.
Wouldn't he be expecting it though?
A punch?
Yeah.
No.
Over time, he's been punched time and time again
Twice.
after he's touched Dermot.
Dermot started punching him now. The last time he touched him, he got punched. He's like, oh, well, now you know. Surely you won't punch me in the freaking gut next time. No,
No.
he got punched.
Well,
So
I
you
mean,
got punched for 10.
We are dealing with a freaking undead, so.
And then that, you managed to get your invocation off on him anyway.
Okay.
You turn and you breathe your lightning down.
That is going overhead, so.
Yep. Which
with that, it's going to do.
roll damage.
Full Perez. I'm hitting the guy?
You're rolling damage.
You're hitting
I scream
something.
out, what's going
I
on?
guess apparently I'm hitting him.
You're hitting something.
You said you were blowing overhead. I mean overhead of Dermot, right? Or are you trying to blow overhead of him?
I was kind of like intending on like blowing over the head of him, but I'll roll the damage if I have to.
Well, if you weren't trying to hit him, then you're not going to hit him. What were you doing?
I was like intending on like doing a flash overhead, kind of.
Okay, all right. So you just fire lightning up into the air.
Yeah,
Fair
but
enough.
at the same time, when I'm doing this, I want to cast another invocation with it, which is going to be
You can only do one of those per round. That's like a spell. So no, don't you try to. I'm going to invocation everyone in the whole world this round. No, that's not happening. One per round of invoctions. I let you breathe because that's kind of this thing I can't seem to stop you. I keep trying to stop you, but you still keep breathing. I don't know. Anyway, you breathe your lightning up into the sky, and the guy's trying to cover his eyes and gallops away. He's like, fine. I hope he eats all of you.
What's going on? I scream out.
Think you met your first vampire?
Well, why are you He just warned us that there was another vampire.
Oh, that
Did
was
he?
the vampire.
Are you sure?
It's
Did
an,
you not?
it's an undead. One less in
No.
the world.
All undead have to die?
Most of them. They're supposed to be dead.
What if he was a good undead? He did warn us. Why would he warn us? Why would he make, even if he was the one who was going to come and kill us, why would he put us on the guard?
Well, maybe he was trying to get us off guard by like saying he would protect us.
Didn't say he was protect us. He would just be
He
nearby.
was, all he was doing
Oh.
was scouting us to see what
That implied to me that he was going to be watching out for us.
Yeah. He waited. He was wanting to see who exactly was doing what to figure out when he could get us in the night. In my opinion, shall be a long night indeed.
Well, you're entitled
As
to
long as we
opinion.
stay about our wits, I think we'll be alright. Don't make any brash decisions.
And then at the end there, when you did scare him off, he still stuck to the same story. Why would he stick to the same story? That
For
doesn't
this
make any
exact
sense.
point, he's trying to mislead you. That's what they do.
But he has no reason to mislead us at that point.
Let me ask you: are you more on to be expecting something when
When someone tells me, yes.
yes, versus just saying "Don't worry, I'll protect you," and then etc. It'd be like me going
No.
up to you, "Don't worry, I'll protect you." Are you going to be still expecting me to do something?
Yep.
Exactly. So guess what? That's
That-
what he was trying to do.
What? That doesn't make any sense.
That really didn't make any sense.
What are you two talking about?
I sit down and I'm just
When
eating
someone
a
tells
freaking
me, hey,
cow.
there's something dangerous in the area, I am on my guard. Otherwise, I wouldn't be when you say there's nothing dangerous in the area. Oh, well, thank you. That's weird. I would still be on my guard.
Well, I'm gonna say like maybe at this point I'm slightly more believing of this story, but there was kind of no coming back from once Fox did that.
I understand. I just didn't understand what was going on at the time. Why you guys were like...
Excuse me, sorry.
It just didn't make any sense to me. If he was the one who was going to attack us in the middle of the night, why wouldn't he just have attacked us then? Why would he warn us?
Maybe he likes to
Because-
play with his food.
Maybe.
And there's 5 of us right now. If you turn each other against each other, then you only have a few that have to deal with.
And Dar's just shaking her head. Sitting by the fire.
We're not turned against each other. That doesn't make any sense.
And suddenly, a
pack of-
huge swarm of bats fly out from every direction, circling the camp.
How far ahead, or how high above us are they?
15, 20 feet, just circling the camp. And then takes off south towards Quavar.
That's what's wrong with Quavar.
He told us there was a vampire in charge, didn't he? Were we all around for that?
Mhm.
Yep.
Oh, what do we? You said there was campfire. Like, how big of a pile was it of campfire?
Well, it's not like it's a smurf fire or anything. It's just a regular campfire.
The firewood that was piled up.
Well, it's enough to last the night. It's expected and custom that there should be another pile left here.
Horrible custom. I've never liked it.
There is a little hatchet sitting with the fire. You could go out and cut some firewood.
No, I ain't cutting firewood in the
Is
middle
there a
of the night.
note that says like, hey, there's a vampire near here?
No.
See, they should have warned us about the vampire. I'm not doing any firewood chopping.
Well, what do you do? Who's keeping first watch?
I am.
Okay. Everyone else will let you go to sleep.
Yep.
Andara yawns.
I go to sleep.
Before everyone falls asleep, if I could, I'd like to at least cast an invocation of protection on you guys for it. Hey, sweet.
Go ahead.
I'll
You have
cast
my
one on
permission.
Ardo.
One to look a gift horse in the mouth.
Cast it on Ardo.
That's fine.
Okay.
And who's next? I'll cast one on Eve.
Okay. They take the invulsions. You've already got one on Dermot. That leaves the bear, the horse and donkey, and Kel and Andara.
I'll go over and put. I'll ask Andara if I can put one on horse and donkey.
That's your protection from fire thing?
That's the protection from my breath. Yes.
I suppose that would be wise, but don't go willy-nilly burning down the forest.
I'm not intending to. It's just strictly in case this guy comes in the night where I can defend us.
You have no problems casting it on the horse and donkey.
Okay. Dermot, can I cast one on your bear?
Oh, no, ask him.
Can I cast one on you there, little guy? Big
The
guy?
bear raises its head up to eye level with you and just kind of cocks its head to the side.
I kind of, I bring my hand up in front of him a little bit.
He bites it off.
I just heard the roll, so.
So you're fine. So
He only
far.
got a finger.
Doing good. You cast it?
I look over at Dermot. Is he good?
You're still standing, aren't you?
On the bear.
You touch it on the bear?
Yes.
Bear backhands you, you roll back. It was more of a playful flap, you can tell, because you think that should have hurt.
Heck, though, I made the invocation, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So do we see the bear just swack him and knock him down, or what?
Yeah.
I'm sort of...
The bear immediately looks over to Dermot after doing that.
I'm laughing my ass off.
Yeah, I'd be laughing. He's kind of trying to contain it.
If he, yeah, as soon as the dragon gets up and he's okay, I'll just kind of chuckle. Like...
I just
That's my bear.
Look at those two. Alright, and said, well, you two are the last ones.
Huh?
You two are the last ones.
The last ones of what?
That
Survivors.
Alright, she holds out an elbow.
Cast it.
If
Yep.
it was...
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Just leaves
Look at
Kel.
Kel.
Hold out an arm and close my eyes.
Cast it.
Yep, it takes. You safely protected everyone in the camp.
Kel's like, ew.
And with that, I'll say I'll start the first watch.
So, you start the first watch. Ardo, you and Eve's actually walking over towards the tent tonight.
Okay.
She grabs at your arm.
My arm.
Yeah, your hand. She grabs your finger and starts trying to drag
Trying
you
to
that
tug
way.
you towards the tent.
Okay, I'll go with her. But I tell her I have to do the second watch.
Should it be shifts of 2?
Your pleas have fallen upon deaf ears.
If you're feeling that you want to, I'm more than willing to take a second person with it as well.
I mean, are you saying if the vampires are as devious as they are, like they can approach fire apparently, so
Yes, they can be pretty tricky. I'll stay up for first watch as well.
All right. I'll get up for second watch. I'm gonna go in the tent with the other little people.
Okay.
That should be able to hold us, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Where do you go, Dermot? Back with the bear again? Just curl up.
Yeah, I find some place to fall asleep.
Okay. I was just you use the bear kind of like a pillow most of the time, don't you?
Sort of, yeah.
It's one of the, you're comfortable for each other.
Yeah.
So, Andara and the dragon. How's it going? You'll talk? No?
Well, I hope this is just going to be an uneventful night.
You're muted if you're saying anything under.
I am? Okay.
Yeah, you weren't. I don't know. It just. Yeah, it looked like your lips were moving.
What was the last thing I said?
I will take a watch.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. If I have any kind of like a whetstone, I'd like to sharpen my sword.
Yeah, you do. You do.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit there and sort of sharpen my sword. Just sort of smile at what Vox says as I'm sharpening my sword.
But if it's not, well, I guess we'll be ready for it, won't we?
Certainly hope so. Vampires are not something we would want to encounter without silver or meddling. I suppose magic is good.
Keep talking. Enjoy your watch.
She's just nervously watching.
Did I hear something about a mirror as well at one point?
I don't know if that was real or not. That was
Okay.
outside of character. Yeah, I don't think we legitimately
Stated that.
We stated that. I think that was outside. It was like
Okay.
conjecture.
And I will retract that statement.
Certain magics can damage them as well, but physical weapons are usually limited to silver and metalline to do anything effective.
Okay.
I guess if you have holy weapons also, that would work.
Well, it's a good thing that you have holy weapons, then, does.
Just kind of smiles.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Drop in regard, Vox.
doesn't seem that anything bad's going on.
Of course, it doesn't seem like anything bad's going on.
Though it's right on top of us. Want to get up, and I'm just gonna kind of look, do another walk around the camp. Check.
You're
the
not
camp.
getting out of my line of sight or anything, right?
No, I'm not leaving your line of sight. I'm just getting up and kind of walking around a little bit. Yeah.
All right.
I'm keeping
I
my
don't-
ears peeled and my eyes peeled as keenly as
Before
I
I even
can.
leave the light of the fire, I ask her, you can see in the dark, right?
To some extent.
Okay.
Okay. So you work your way around the camp, and you're sitting by the fire, just watching every which way you can.
Mm-hmm.
When you've worked your way around to about where you're at Andara's 6 o'clock box,
Mm-hmm.
an arrow flies out of a bush directly in front of you, passing right between your rib cage and arm.
I am immediately gonna look at that bush and just let loose bolt, or excuse me, not bolt, but a line of fire. And
Directly
with
in front of you?
whichever direction that the arrow came from, and with it, I'm gonna be using that invocation, which is frightful presence.
Okay. Alright, so Andara, you're gonna hear this flash go off behind you there with that.
Okay, well,
Lightning.
probably gonna startle me, and I'm gonna get up with my sword and
Okay.
look back to see what's going on.
Roll your damage with your lightning bugs.
With my lightning or with my fire?
With what? Is it fire that you used?
Either one. I mean, they're both going to do the same amount.
That's what I'm asking. What are you using?
The lightning.
The lightning? Okay, you use the lightning. Roll your damage. Okay, you blasted forth with lightning to the front. Now, Andara, you're going to turn around to see Vox blast forward with lightning.
Okay.
There's the cowl figure staggering out of a bush, and you see behind Vox a short figure with an arrow stuck in its shoulder coming up behind him.
I say, behind you!
Real quick. That invocation, what had happened with that?
Frightful presence?
Yes, do I
Considering undead, I wouldn't worry about it.
Well, it's the reason I ask on it is you're probably right anyways, but it's a mind effect, fear effect.
Oh.
Undead can't be feared, I thought.
Right.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if that one would work that way since it was a dragon fear versus a mind fear effect, but okay.
No, they don't.
They're too dead too.
0 fucks are given.
Gotcha. So I hear her scream behind me. I'm going to
You're gonna turn
to the left.
Well, you're gonna try to.
Yeah.
You get partway through a turn before you're gripped by impossibly strong little hands.
Okay.
As a child opens up its mouth with fangs and starts trying to grapple with you to bite you.
Okay, so
with an arrow stuck in its shoulder.
After I said that, I would charge at it with my sword.
So strength to break the grapple.
Yeah, it's a strength.
And I definitely shout.
You're out of range.
Range.
Jesus fuck.
You're out of range. Try again.
Sorry, I had to put my dog out. I shouted that loud enough that everyone would hear it.
Yeah,
And then I'll say vampire and whatever. I'll yell that.
We're gonna die.
We're all gonna laugh at you.
Okay.
Okay, so
There we go. Okay, Vox. You're gonna try to get out of this. He's gonna roll to make sure that he grabs you here. Hang on.
here it's my.
You don't go yet. I've got to make sure he even gets this pulled off in the first place. If he doesn't get to, then it doesn't matter. What's your AC?
My AC is 18.
Yeah, he didn't get you, man. The claws just come out. He didn't get a good hold of you when he tried to grab at you, but you felt the strength.
Okay.
It's impossible strength for something that small.
Okay.
Okay. That's it for him on that one. You had just done something, so
Yeah.
let's go ahead and get initiatives. And Andara, you're going to get your surprise action after we get that sorted out.
Okay, I'm still bringing up my sheet here
like
again.
fighting
I had
and
to
stuff.
sing
How exciting.
everything.
There's one.
Google Drive, seriously? I'm D20 -1 or something?
Something like that, yeah.
Well,
You want all of us to have initiative?
Yeah, you kind of need to have initiative if you're going to take a turn.
I'm just asking because I didn't know if we got woke up or not.
Yeah, you
I-
got woke up.
I yelled, behind you, vampire!
Or something.
I mean, if we're asleep,
Well,
and I don't know how deep it's. Yana.
It was enough to wake you up, for sure, man.
Considering you're already on guard, you probably weren't sleeping very heavily.
I wasn't on guard.
No, he meant your senses.
Yeah, because you were informed that there was a vampire in your area.
Nice.
The fuck?
Great timing. Nice.
come walking around the corner.
Nice.
Yeah, you were talking about the rolls, but it was just funny.
Alright.
You said
I need your
there's
roll,
a
Ardo.
vampire in your area, and you're like, nice.
Nice. How you doing, vampire?
The D20 plus 5.
God fucking.
Wow.
Tell us how you really feel.
Wow. Someone's gonna get bit.
Yeah, I know who's gonna get bit too. Me.
Alright. That works out pretty good. So Andara, your surprise action right quick. You yelled it out and you pulled out your stuff and ran, didn't you?
Yeah, I was gonna charge it and swing at it.
Okay.
It's too bad we didn't have Trevor Belmont here a second ago.
He's
He's a little electrified.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
Totally,
what?
yeah,
Wrong
that's
song.
totally gonna be playing.
You're gonna.
Yeah, we'll have that afterwards. What happened to the other guy?
Am I doing my standard roll, my attack roll?
Yeah, you're charging. You get a +2 for your charge, but you only get that point. Nice. Yeah, that's it.
That's good news.
That's hell of a news there.
Hang on a sec here.
It's bad news that he had to look.
Yeah. Isn't it?
That's the bastard sword of heavenly burst.
Yeah, it is, huh?
That is the undead killer.
Does that have a crit range of 19?
Yeah, it does.
But it's undead. I thought you couldn't crit undead.
This is Heavenly Burst. It's a little different. His sword crit doesn't matter. But the fact that it's fixing the burst does.
So what am I rolling now?
Let me see. Where's the rules on your sword?
Andara Belmont.
Heavenly Burst. Let me get you your rules for your sword.
Yeah, +1 bastard sword of heavenly burst.
Isn't it 1d10 and then plus 1d6? I'm just guessing. I think that's what it is.
I'm trying to remember. It's been a while, and I know it's in here, so...
Bastard sword is usually 1d10, right?
Yeah.
So that's clear.
Yeah, that's clear. It's a 1d10 plus 1 plus your strength modifier. Where is...
The material, I think, is just iron, though, isn't it? Will that have an effect? It's not anything magical, is it?
It's magic, so it's going to overcome the damage eventually.
Oh, hell.
Okay.
Nice. It's
No, what it should be is like bleep, 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 then doodle doo 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 doodle doo doo doo.
What?
It's gonna be so funny if we get copyright claimed based on the sounds.
I'm worried about her.
But
It's-
Satari or
I
Satari
don't
Watu's dead or
remember
whatever.
which
They
one
don't
it
have
was.
time for that.
Are you kidding?
But it's BOED. Page 113.
113.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. That does help me, because I knew the book. There it is.
See, I can
Heavenly Burst. On a successful crit against an evil creature, it discharges a radiant burst that deals 3d6
Discharge.
point of damage and blinds it for 1 round.
What?
Use its flash.
Yeah, every time this weapon discharges the burst, you take 1d2 temporary strength damage. So, I need you to roll a d10 plus 1 plus, where's your other stuff? Okay, so you're going to roll me a d10 plus 3 plus
Okay.
3d6.
Okay.
Now roll that out first. Okay, now roll 1d2. That's temporary strength damage for you. Okay, so you take 1 temporary strength damage from the sword discharging its power.
Okay.
The creature
22 points of damage and is blinded.
By the light.
Where's the fortitude? Fortitude is not good for these critters. That's 4.
How many rounds do I take for that?
It's temporary. It'll be better by tomorrow. Okay, so he fails that. So there's a huge flash of light. This thing just bursts open, and it's blinded, flailing around. So that's yours. Dermot, you're up with your weapon, and what do you do?
It still has an arrow sticking out of it too, right?
How do I kill vampires again?
With your axe.
Well, like decapitations will kill it?
How do you make sure they stay dead? Once they drop down below their maximum health, they'll turn into a mist.
Yeah.
And then that mist will head back towards its coffin.
Yeah.
Oh, right, the coffin.
And then you have
rule.
to kill them in their coffin.
Yep.
Wasn't there a way to prevent them from misting?
Magic? Cleric magic?
Yeah. Basically cleric magic.
Okay.
Disposing of them.
It would be a special spell I have to prepare, though, I assume. So.
Lakoot should have been a paladin, and we've been fine.
Well, too bad Rakoot's gone and Blocks
Box, Lakoot.
stabbed the wrong thing.
Okay, I will, what time?
I don't think dragons can be paladins. But
No.
maybe.
Well, no, they're.
Okay, here's your thing, because you would know this stuff anyway. Exposing them to direct sunlight slays them. Driving a wooden stake through their heart instantly kills it.
Let's see, find some
A
chairs.
popular tactic is to cut off its head and fill the mouth with holy wafers. There you go.
So stake through the heart would kill it for sure? But it's got to be in its coffin?
No, it could happen right now.
So
if you
it's,
stake it to the heart, it dies.
it's flailing around right now?
Yeah.
Is there anything stake-like looking in the campfire?
There's some firewood.
Has it got like a burnt tip where it's at a point?
It's one that if you were burly enough, you might be able to do it.
It just so happens I know a guy like that.
Is this common knowledge?
It is for me. My
For him,
my favorite
he's
enemy is
favorite
undead.
Right, I get that, but I was wondering if it's
Oh,
common.
you would know it, yeah. It's not common knowledge. It's something that someone that was versed in it would know. A cleric would know it, a ranger specialized in it, or a bard that seems to know a lot of things.
Okay.
The exacts of it. Everyone would have really heard "stick through the heart," like the heart went.
Mythology of it, kind of like we
Yeah.
all kind of guessed when we were like, "What's a dragon or a or?"
I have a. Screw that. I have. Okay. I grabbed one of my crossbow bolts,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm using it as a stake.
Okay. So you have to. This is gonna be a cold shot attack.
I'm not shooting him with the crossbow.
No, when you hit, you're hitting a particular spot.
I'm stabbing him through the heart with it. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a -6 to your attack roll. But if you hit it, you hit it.
Okay.
Plus, its crossbow bolt as a weapon is an improvised weapon. So that takes -4. I'm just giving. This is true numbers. So you have a -10 to your roll.
I'm gonna say like an improvised weapon is like using a cup, not something that is a weapon.
Well, it is a weapon, but it's not meant to be stabbing people with.
Yeah,
You know what?
kinda
I'll take your
is.
point. I'll take your point. It's a -2.
The definition of an arrow is to stab with, right?
Yeah, from a
There's-
bow.
But still stabbing.
There's got to be a rule on this. Hang on. You know what? Just go with it with a -2
2, so minus.
and a
Eight
-6.
total-
a negative-
I mean, you might as well just kill them and send them back to their coffin.
Just let him do it this one time.
no,
one
that I'm
time.
setting precedents.
No.
I'm giving him a half because I don't know for sure how I would handle
So
that.
-8 plus. Oh, fuck. I haven't used
No, I
Dermot.
think-
It's not dual wielding.
I think you're right. I think you're right on the improvised weapon bit.
I've got a base of
pretty-
10.
pretty strict about that thing.
Yeah.
That's
Because like a rock is an improvised weapon.
somebody needs
Yep.
to tell Legolas that he couldn't use his.
He can do it. It's just like Dermot can do
He's
it
not
here.
that big of a badass.
He just rolled crits, man. He's an elf that just constantly rolls
Fuck that. He had some loaded dice. He must have
16.
left in the sun for a while.
Okay.
Legolas is a yeah. He did leave his die in the sun.
A 16 versus a blinded vampire.
Oh damn.
Yeah. You got
I was hoping you were gonna fail so you could be like the Homer Simpson moment. It's like, Dad, that's his crotch.
it. Yeah. So,
What are you doing? That's his class. What are you doing?
so the thing turned. This is how the combat's over. So, Andara, you look out, vampire! Run over there and just. It hurt you. You hit him so hard, just boom! Blew half of him. Chunks go everywhere, exposing his heart. Dermot's like, "That's cool," and just runs over and stakes him right through it with the crossbow bolt. He just falls over and starts.
Oh, come on. Can we have True Blood style vampire deaths?
Well, there's
How
a
do they
there's
die?
a point to this though. When he falls over and he starts to dry and shrivel in around that bolt, stuck there on the ground, very dead. The person that got electrocuted kind of stands up coughing a bit. And whatever you do, don't touch that arrow. Or don't touch that stake, he says. I'll put it that way.
Okay.
Did what happened? Is that abnormal?
No, that's not abnormal.
So I would
He's
know.
warning, you would know that
I
too.
would
If
know,
you
okay.
pull that stake
Abby.
out,
Yeah. Well, no shit,
get back up.
Sherlock.
yeah.
Thank you for your help, Sherlock.
He just glances over at Vox. Don't mention it.
Next time, just call out behind me. Don't fucking shoot something that way.
Well, how did I know one of his little scurriers would be out this far?
All it was a scurrier. Lovely. So, how we just leave the thing here? What happens when someone else comes along and pulls this thing?
You're gonna have to finish it off.
Well, how can I?
Leave it in the sun.
The thing's a nice dusty piece. Can I just incinerate it with fire?
He looks over at you, then just cocks his. Since Dermot has already spoken some wisdom, he kind of cocks his head back, rolls it back, and just looks over at Dermot like, "You keep this guy."
he has his uses. It's just not killing undead.
He pulls out a wicked-looking knife and walks over and lops the head off of the thing and stuffs some stuff in his mouth. Starts mumbling something in a language you don't understand as it starts to ash.
Do, 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 do.
Do.
Okay. I've got more hunting to be about if you've had quite enough shots at me, Mr. Dragon Thing.
Yeah, he's got a real problem with that.
Next time
Specialties
you're here,
orphans.
next time you're here, just let me know you're here, and I will try not to zap you.
Because that worked so well a few minutes ago. Or several
Hey,
hours.
you know what? You, Mr. Freaking sleeping in the damn tent, you have no comment.
I'm not sleeping.
Now,
Yeah.
That was technically our watch. I don't understand.
Aren't we supposed to be getting sleep so we'll be fresh for the next watch?
I'm not saying anything of that. What I'm
Are
saying
you-
is those that are sleeping and do not know what happened don't have a freaking comment.
He just said you tried to electrocute him.
You all returned arguing with yourselves on this one, I'm sure, yes? Dermot, were you still looking in that direction?
as long as the vampire corpse has been taken care of. Excuse me.
I'm
I'll let-
looking in that direction.
Who was looking in the direction of the vampire
I am.
corpse? You are?
Yeah.
Right. He just kind of tips his hat and then mists, disappears.
He's a vampire
Where have you been?
in a tent sleeping, you moron.
We met him not even 3 hours ago, and I said he was a vampire.
I agreed with you. You want from me.
Oh my god.
We lost
What?
someone.
I give up. I'm going back to sleep.
Who'd we lose?
We lost the dwarf.
You only lost my picture of the stream still up. My main PC crashed.
Okay.
What'd you do that for?
Well,
Would you do that?
Well, I have this button here, and it says "Do not push," and every once in a while, I'm like, "I'm gonna push it. I'm just gonna push it."
You pushed it, didn't
I
you?
pushed it. Fucking pushed it hard.
So.
Anyway, that is the end of our final hour for this week. We killed a vampire. It wasn't Sragg's favorite vampire,
You killed
Moonraven.
an
But
underling vampire.
yeah. So anyway, tune in next week or in 2 weeks for the next installment of Forgotten
5
Fates.
years.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to click a like and subscribe on YouTube. Leave us a comment, and see you next time. Toodles.
Have a good night.
Oh, shout out to Zero Sin. Thanks for watching.